Hello, everyone. I'm Kathy Forrest, founder of Celestial Forest Institute. And as many of you know, we are getting ready to open a new Priestess Circle. And I feel like this one is a kind of a special circle just because of the day that we're opening it. We're opening it on July 22nd, 2022, which is Magdalene's Feast Day. And the year 2022 is a very special year. It's got that power number in it. So I thought it would be fun to interview some of the women that have gone through Priestess or are currently going through the process now, and let them share with you what their experiences have been. So today I'm here with my dear friend, Megan Olvera. Welcome, Megan.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So we're just going to let Megan talk a little bit and tell us, Megan, tell us your name, tell us where you live, how long you've been in Priestess, and maybe what was it that caused you to want to join?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Megan Olvera. I live in the Kansas City area. Been doing Priestess since this is my first round with it. So not quite 9 months, but yeah, creeping up on that, I think. And what led me to join? I did not grow up with any sort of religion or spirituality whatsoever. My parents were corporate America folks. I'm a corporate America person. But I always felt this call to nature. And my first marriage for a dozen or so years, we were deep in conservative Christian church. And I learned through that experience that was not, it didn't speak to me. It just wasn't for me. I did all the things, but it didn't work for me. And so when that ended, I took some time to recover and then started seeking and just reaching out, like what else is out there? What are some things that I might not know about? And I found myself completely overwhelmed with all of the options that are out there. Everything was interesting to me. I love to learn. I mentioned corporate America, but I do education in corporate America. So I love to learn. I have so many books, and things about the natural world is really what pulled to me. So I dug into herbalism. I dug into essential oils. I dug into energy work, speaking with those beyond, like kind of everything. And I felt like there had to be a path, and I was struggling to find it. I spoke with a lot of friends, and a good friend of mine, Star, had met Kathy, and Kathy had told Star about this Priestess program, and Star told me about it with more, not a, I think you should do it, but more like, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you about this. And I know you don't know Kathy, and I don't know what this program is either, but I just feel like you should know about it. Yeah. So I watched a video, maybe 2 videos, and I was intrigued, but still kind of like, I'm one of those people where if I don't see it and can't touch it and hold it, it's not really real. And I spoke with Star, and she said, why don't you have a call with Kathy? And so I got on the phone with Kathy, super skeptical. I'm like, is this really for real? What? And she said, if you don't do it now, you're going to do it later, and you're going to wonder why you didn't do it now. So I said, all right, leap of faith. Let's just jump in there. Maybe this is the missing link. And sure enough, it was. So that's what got me here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So since you've been here,
yes,
what has, have you noticed any changes? What's been the thing that said, oh, this is it for you?
Yeah, great question. So as you'll learn if you join this program, Kathy will expose you to a lot of different avenues, a lot of different paths to walk down. And at the beginning of the program, every time she showed a picture of a book, I was quickly on Amazon buying the book, because learning, books, love all of that, right? So I accumulated this massive stack. And I'm like, how am I ever going to get through this? And some of the books immediately called to me. Some of them I kind of trudged through, recognizing that it was good information, but it really wasn't for my path necessarily. But through that process, I've absolutely identified some areas that have clarified for me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Wow. And the shamanic astrology path that was outlined for me helped make a ton of sense. And how that has basically transformed my life is it's given me that clarity. It's given me that clarity, which then leads to confidence, which then leads to being able to narrow my focus. I still am really interested in all of those other things, but here are the 2 or 3 things that feel like I'm here to do. Yeah. And so now I can really focus my efforts and, become really entrenched in those topics. And the other ones are still cool to learn about, and I'm in full support of them, but like they're not necessarily for me, which is
Yeah.
really good for me to know.
Please.
It has impacted my work life in ways that I respond rather than I react to things. Corporate America can get kind of hot and heavy and heated, and I'm really good now at just like, I recognize that that's happening, but it's happening over there and I'm over here and everything's cool. We don't respond to you when I have the energy to do so. And I'll respond to you with the right energy, not, you know, rah, in response,
Yeah.
which is kind of the MO before.
Yeah.
And I've been a much better team leader, a whole lot more gentle with not that I was ever rough as a team leader or as a manager, but it's just given me that extra layer of like understanding and patience and just holding space for people. You know, we've had a number of losses across our team in terms of their family members, right? And being able to really empathize with them and give them the space that they need and not be like, when are you coming back to work? But like, do you need another week? Are you taking care of what you need to do and making sure that they're caring for themselves, which is just making our whole team stronger anyway. Yeah, so it's had so many implications outside of the world of spirituality specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
So if someone came up to you and they were trying to decide, should they do this or not, what would you say to them?
Absolutely. It does take effort to attend weekly. It's not, yes, it's every week, but every now and then you get a week break. So, and everything is recorded. So if you can't attend during, you know, that particular session, you can definitely get caught up later. And I've done that a handful of times, but there's a huge benefit to attending in person. So really look at your schedule. Is this something that you can either attend in person or regularly stay up with? Don't just pay for it and then ignore it for a year because it won't do you any good. You want to stay current and just be really open. You're going to be exposed to some things that you might not have ever heard of. You might be exposed to things that you thought you knew, but you'll see them in a different light. And just be really open to experiencing all of it. It's been a tremendous experience for me, and I am really looking forward to what's coming next, where we are, because we're about to do our next big thing. I don't want to spoil that for anyone, but it's going to be good. You will probably do a lot of healing, inner child type work, shadow work, and all of that stuff tends to bubble up and just sort of clear out of your being and just make you a better like beacon of light. I can't say enough good things about the program. Awesome. So do it.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to say to anybody about it before we close out for today?
Oh gosh, I feel like I gushed enough. Don't wait. If you are at all watching these videos and going, is this for me? Maybe, I don't know. The answer is yes. Okay. Just jump in, both feet, do it. You won't regret it. And we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. Megan, thank you. This was so fun. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Kathy.
Awesome.